Okay, this will be just a short video for me to go over a couple of changes that have been made in the basic outline of this course in the immediate term. Right now, or just earlier this afternoon, I have uploaded a PDF and an Excel document to the fall 2023 outline folder in the content, which is a revised schedule for the framework of what we're going to be studying. And this is a nice step-by-step guide through what sections are going to be covered within the textbook and what your deadlines are for the Pearson quizzes. Now, I'm going to draw your attention to two things that are in here. The rest of it will sort of look after itself. I sent this to the course leader and asked her to make sure that this was entirely up to date. So I'm going by faith from this document, and I have made one change myself. So I'm going to draw your attention to two things. One is that in Chapter 3, where the previous document indicated that we were to ignore the appendix to Chapter 3, that is going to be part of our course. So when you look at that, you're going to see that there is a little bit of calculation involved, set the equations of lines, and finding an intercept point, and being able to identify the axis intersection point, etc. So that will be covered in this course. So that says to me that if you are in any way unclear about calculating the slope of a line or putting the equations together and using the algebra in order to find a value for x or for y, if you have any confusion whatsoever about that, I would highly recommend that you go into the material related to the appendix of Chapter 1, which explains the basis of all that. There is an assumption that in your education so far you have done some of those things, but we can all get rusty on them. So the appendix to Chapter 1 is a place where you can look for some of those helpful tips on how to do the basic math involved with those. And I made a previous video where I strolled again through the Pearson site and showed you some further resources that are available there to help you with those basics. So I'll get more into the details of the appendix to Chapter 3 when I get to making videos about the content in Chapter 3, but I just wanted to make you aware of that change. The other change that I have made, I've gone into Pearson and I have changed the due date for the Chapters 1 and 2 quizzes within Pearson to line up with the due date for the Chapter 3. So now 1, 2, and 3 are all going to be due on September 25th. They're open. The numbers 1 and 2 are open now, so you can do them anytime. And remember, you have 2 attempts at those quizzes. But just because of the way I'm getting into the habit of making these videos in the first place, so I've had to make a lot of preliminary videos in order to acquaint you with the basic materials available in that course. We're just getting into the substance now, so I'm going to be posting some videos on starting with Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and doing the lectures in class about Chapters 1, 2, and 3. But I wanted to give you a little bit of flexibility to write those quizzes up to and including Monday, September 25th at 11:59. So I have changed those dates, and you'll notice those changed in your Pearson as well as on this revised schedule for this semester, for this course. So I just wanted to draw your attention to those two changes as we go through. A lot of it won't really cause you too much consternation at this point. The tests are still on the same days. Your study break is still on the same day. The final exam is still noted as being during the exam period, and the breakdown of the grades at the bottom of the document remain the same. Everything is pretty much the same, except we've just got a little more granular about which sections we're going to be doing within which chapters. And that's particularly going to be useful to the people who are taking the course online, but also to my in-class students as well. So be aware of those changes. If you've already downloaded a copy of the course outline, please discard the previous ones that you have. And if you've downloaded it at any point, but before about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, this is Sunday, September the 10th, that I'm recording this. So if you downloaded it at any time prior to that, just revise what you've got, get the new outline, and this one should be solid for our semester together and should give you a good description of what we're going to be studying in this course. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got to verbally convey this information to you. As usual, if you have any questions about it, or you have some scheduling conflicts that relate to this schedule, please feel free to email me at my FOL email.